It's Dr. Bella again, and thanks for joining me. Today we are going to learn some linear and circular movements in this Sacred Sensual Dance. So let's get started. I'm going to step back here, and my feet are just about shoulder width apart. And what we want to do with the hip slide is we want to make sure this really is a line going from side to side and it's not kink-eyed, okay? So I'm right between two panes of glass. My knees are soft. My arms are expanded, my chest is lifted, my belly is in. It's not just to look pretty, it's to protect your back. And I'm going to press the hip out. This knee will bend on its own, don't force it. And then go to the other side. It's really like someone's pushed your hip bone and pushed your hip bone to the side. And breathe back and forth. Right, left. Back and forth. Just loosen up the muscles. And we can slow it down a little bit and really feel into that. Press, but be gentle. Okay, listen to your body always. This is a very personal experience with you, and I want you to deeply enjoy it and get a lot out of it. These movements look so simple, but they're incredibly powerful and they're very healing. So just press those hips out. One more on this side. Let's bring the feet in. Now it's almost together, but not completely. Again, make sure your toes are in alignment here and everything feels centered. You want to lift, be open. Same thing with the arms. This is our first position here. Push out, push out. Knees are nice and soft. And you're going to feel it a little bit more in the hips when you do it this way. But this is what you're going to need to know to move those hips up and down and back and front. We first must be able to draw a line, a basic line. So we start right here. And I do these every day when I'm dancing because it just warms up my body. It feels amazing. Okay, let's do one more here and pause. Great. Now let's see if we can accommodate this and move this into a circle. So again, my feet are a little bit wider. And I'm going to press just like I'm pressing out on a hip slide. Then I'm going to go back and keep those lower abdominals nice and firm. Helps protect the back. Slide here and now pull in. Now I want to make sure that you recognize, I'm going to turn to the side here so that you do not compromise your lower back. All right? So I'm going to slide. Now I'm going flat back, I'm making sure I'm in, slide, and then my lower abs are pulling in and I'm pushing slightly forward. You don't want to break or push or rock, okay? It's also pretty vulgar when you do it that way in this form of dance if you're on a stage. So remember that. So to the side, back, side, and front. Side, back, side, and front. Side, back, side, front. One more slow, and now we're going to round it out and around. 2, 3. Keep going. 4, 5. Remembering to breathe. 6. 7, stirring energy, and 8, last one, and pause. We're going to go the other direction. So slide, back, slide, pull, front. Slide, back, side, front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, front, and smooth it out. 2, 3, around like you're orbiting a beautiful planet, maybe Mother Earth. 6, 7, and last one, pause right here. Okay, we're going to take it in. And here's what I want you to know. When your feet are in, I want you to remember that you're not going to compromise your hips, okay? You really, here is where you're going to start pulling this in. When I slide, I don't crash, okay? You see the difference? I push, but I'm lifted. side, back, side, front. These are small circles with my feet or my legs very together. 4 and 5, 6. We'll go for 8, 7, and 8, and pause to the other side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how are you doing? 6, 7, 8, and relax. Good, take a breath here, breathe. All that energy, exhale. Bend your knees a little bit, take a big breath. And right in the middle here, we're gonna do a side stretch. So let's bring the feet together. One foot steps back, reach over, front knee is bent, back leg is strong. You should feel it in the side waist here. Keep breathing. And up, and then we'll go to the other side, feet together. The other one steps back, this one's bent. Reach over and expand that side. Keep going if you can, and up. Wonderful. Now we're going to take all that we learned down here and put it up here. Okay, so the same thing I want you to think about, being pushed from side to side on a line, right back and forth. Okay, I'll bring my hands down here, and in tribal, we have a little cupping. So if you've ever seen it, we do this. We don't hang, but we stand about here. It's pretty cool. And we're going to slide from this position. So I'm going to take my feet in right around that point. And now I'm going to slide my chest so I'm literally pushing to slide. And when you first start, it might be really tiny like this. So don't be discouraged. Over time and practice, you do open and it begins to feel so much better. Slide, slide. I'll even turn a little bit here. Slide. So you see I'm going straight from the side to the side. Good. And slide. Knees are soft. Protect the back. Belly's in. Okay, let's try to go a little faster. Slide, 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 slide. We'll take the arms out. Now you should definitely be feeling warmer. All those energy circuits are coming to life. Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Now we're going to go forward and back, okay? So again, I'm going to put my hands here in tribal position, and it's like I'm going to open my chest to the sun and release, okay? So I don't want to really like splay out too deeply. It's a stretch, and it's a deep stretch. So if you just start with a little and you're like, I'm really trying to get out there, that's normal. It will loosen up with time. So straight out and back. Open forward, relax back. Another thing you don't want to do is collapse or cave your shoulders. So you don't want to be here and go way back here, okay? You want to go here and stop in the center. Here and stop in the center. All right? There we go. Inhale on the expansion. Exhale when you retract. One more, and then we're going to change the dynamic of this one. Now we're going to lift it and drop it. Lift it and drop. Now, here's the thing too. When you lift and drop, hold those lower abs so you protect all of this, because you are really using so many parts of your body. Up and down. Like you're going to breathe in the fresh air. Yes. Again. All right, now let's try and make a box with it, okay? So we're gonna slide like we did in the beginning. We're gonna move back with that little contraction. Slide and now push forward, okay? To the side, keep the knees bent, keep yourself in good posture. Side, front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, and rotate. Try and connect them together. And now really be loving and super forgiving of yourself if it is hard or it feels like chalky or like you're really cricking through it. It's normal. These are serpentine-like movements and undulations, and they're very powerful. We just have to be patient with ourselves. Let's do 2 more. This is front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side. Let's break it down the other way, okay? So now we're going to do side, contract right here, side, and front. Side, back, side, front, making sure you're not caving in. That would be caving in, okay? Front, side, contract, side, front. Let's smooth it out. Front, side, back, side. Good. Keep going. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 3. Great. 4. I am working up a wonderful sweat here. I hope you are too. 5. And it's snowing outside. 6. 7. Last one. And now we're going to change the dynamic of this one. Now we're going to lift, slide, drop, slide. Okay? Let's try it together. Here we go. Lift, side, drop, side. Lift, side, drop, side. So our circle is now this way, okay? Lift, side, drop, side. Lift, side, drop, side. Let's smooth it out. And this is a really intense coiling action. Keep your knees very bent. They can be close together if you want to. 3. Keep your lower back out of it. 4. 5, we're just focusing on the circle and not the arms right now. 6, 7, 1 more, 8. And breaking it down the other way, lift, side, down, side. Lift, side, contract, side. Lift, side, down, side. 1 more, slow, side, down. Here we go, smooth it out. 1, 2, 3, side, up, side, down. 5, how are you doing? Keep going. 6, if you forgot to breathe, start breathing again. 7, 1 more, 8, fantastic, wonderful. Now what I want you to do is I want you to squat, okay? I want you to get your feet in here. It's one of these things we do as dancers to just take the pressure out of our lower back really quick. So you're gonna come all the way down. And if you need to grab a hold of something, you feel like you're gonna fall over, that is okay. I want you to just relax your pelvis and let it hang. This is a therapeutic thing. I can just push my elbows back, do a little prayer position, and just wait, hang out, great. Breath and stand, beautiful. Now we're gonna explore the hip lift and drop from a dynamic of your obliques, because this is the part you really wanna use in this dance, and I'll demonstrate that here in a minute. Let's take our arms out, soft bend at the elbows, mindful of where your fingers are. Your 2 middle fingers press slightly out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up right here onto the ball of the foot, just comfortably. And I want you to lift the hip. You're gonna bring that hip in toward the rib cage and release. Up and down. Now, some people teach this that you're pushing with your foot. Don't do that. It's really going to limit your progress in dancing if you don't use these muscles right here. Pull them in. Let's do 3 more. In and release. Very controlled. In and release. Last one. And release. The other side. Coming in. Hip in toward the rib cage and release down. Up and down. Lift. 4, 5, release. 6, good, getting warmed up. 7, one more. Watch your fingers. Good. Now I want you to reshift your weight here. And this is that we're going to come into passe. So that's where your foot, we're going to just take it right here to the ankle. And I want you to try to lift that hip up and drop it down from that point. Up and down. Up and down. 4, 5, this is tricky. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we'll try the other side. So pull your belly in and make sure you're focusing on something that's not moving. Lift and lower. 2 and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good job. 10. Now release. Wonderful. We're going to take this movement now. We've gone up and down, and we're going to make a figure 8. So we're first going to lift this up. This is how this is going to look if I were to draw it in front of me. My hip will go up, come down, and lift. And we're going to start just on one hip, and my foot is going to be exactly where it was when we just did this right here, okay? I want you to watch what's going to happen. Both knees need to be bent in posture. I'm going to let my hip go down, push it out, bring it in, and tuck it inside and release. Okay, so you're making a circle. Out, in, down. See how I'm doing that? In to the body and down, just making a circle, a loop. In, drop, slide, up, and I'm using just these muscles right here. Good. Keep going. Down, in toward the body. Just that one hip. One more, you'll also feel it right here. Good, let's switch sides. So we're on here. We go drop the hip down to the side, lift up, bring it in. That's real important. Out, in, drop. To the side, into the body. Drop down, out, in, down. Just smooth that out, make it graceful. And it's okay if it feels a little tough in the beginning. I think we have 3 more right here. So out, up, in, drop down to the side. Notice that my foot's not going all over the place, so I'm not pushing it up and dropping it down, okay? It's like you have a stiletto on that foot, and you're not going to crash the heel. One more. Okay, let's try to bring them together now. So watch what's going to happen with my feet just a little bit before we do it. I'm going to bend both knees, drop down. As my hip's coming in, it's like I'm adding a little lift and then releasing. But my heel's not coming to the ground, okay? Then I'm going to go straight to the other side, same thing. Drop down. So the slide is happening. Remember that line? Now we're making it go down this way. You could think also of having a big crystal ball. And you're just rocking that. This is the upward 8. You're learning coiling, serpentine movements that are so healing and rejuvenating for the body. They reawaken our sexual attractiveness and our desire and our passion and bring us back into our feminine space, which is easily lost in a world where we're so busy all the time. Let's do 2 more. The last one on this side. Let's change the dynamic now. So now we're going to take this and flip it down. This is called a Maya. So now I'm going to come up on my foot, push the hip down, and bring it back in. Lift up, push out, bring it in. Did you see that? Up, out, in. Up, out, and in. Both knees are very bent. 4. Breathe. 5. 6. 7. Rejoice. Enjoy your body. 1 more on this side. Let's do the other side. Here we go. I am on my foot, the ball of my foot. Lifting, press out, pull in. Up and out and in. Good. There's 3. 4. Just open up your back. 5. In your hips. 6. And your heart for sure. 7. And 8. So you feel your whole body is working to support this movement. Let's make them together now. We're going to bring that 8, flip it right upside down. So out and in, shift over, out and in, out and in, out and in, up, out, in, up, out, in, up, out, in, up, out, in. And now just try and smooth it out. And from our intermediate followers, if you want to raise your arms over your head and then maybe flip those hands out and do a little undulation with that movement, you can do that for sure. It will make your heart rate go up. So you're going to work your heart when your hands or your arms are over your head. So if you get winded, bring it down. Beautiful. Just let it come down all the way. 1 more on this side. Yes, beautiful. Okay, now we're going to lock our feet down. So our feet will be together or close enough where it feels very comfortable. The very same thing we're going to do with the Maya, or I'm sorry, the upward 8, we're going to do with the flat feet. This is called a tuck-seam. So in this position, we'll start here in tribal, and we're going to drop the hip down, push it out, bring it in, other side, down. Now notice my knees are very bent, and that's because if they're not very bent, I can't get a good lift or a drop to the hip bone, okay? So keep those knees soft, and if we feel any pressure in your lower back, hug in those abs and deepen the knees, okay? Let's come into tribal here. Tribal arms where our elbows are up, our palms are facing down, and do a little tuck-seam rock back and forth right here. This feels amazing. Feet are locked on the floor. Keep your chin up. It's important to feel confident in this world. And then take your arms down. Wonderful. Let's reverse it. Now we're going to do the Mayas. Down. Out. So we're flipped it over. And now the figure 8 is this direction. Feet are flat. Same thing. Arms come up. And maybe we'll hold our hands here for a moment and really just get engaged with our lower body and our heart and our breath. Okay, and release. Great job, guys. You did fantastic. Let's do a little bit of a stretch here. Step, and then reach over. And then come up. Good. Any way you wish. Foot steps back, we reach over just like we did in the beginning. And and up. And let's just go ahead and roll our shoulders up and back. Open up our heart today. Did a fantastic job. Let's go forward. Beautiful, 2 more. And we're gonna step out, and we're gonna just reach, flatten your back, bring it up, and reach. Stretch up. Don't put this in your back, it's just an opening. Do 1 more on the other side. Great. And let's take it right into our hips and just do a few circles, just a couple of circles, just to relax. Bring us back to our space here, our time together. 1 more. Pause. Reverse. 2, 3, and 4. Big breath. 1 more. No, let's do 1 more. There's power in 3. Let's do 1 more. Here we go. Inhale. And this time, bring it down. Bring it to your forehead, honoring your teacher and your wisdom. To your lips, being mindful of what you say. And to your heart with the truth of your being. Thank you. I shall see you again. Much love. And if you like the video, guys, be sure to subscribe and leave your comments. I love hearing from you. Oop! All right, see you soon.